Stephen, what's the vibe in the locker room after the win on the weekend?
Good. Yeah, very promising. We're pretty happy with our first clean sheet, so it's been a long time coming. So yeah, pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, and do you dare to dream? Obviously, finals are still well within reach. You play sixth place Central Coast on Friday. How crucial a game is that?
That's massive. But if you're thinking about finals, then this is a final style game. So you've got to get through this one. We get through with 3 points, then we'll have a different conversation next week, Ben.
I know everyone always says, we take it game by game, week by week, but do you sense, either, from yourself, from the coaching staff, from the players, that there is a bit more importance attached to this game this weekend?
Yeah, they're all important. It's actually very important for us to try and get our first away win of the season. So we've only got 2 left, so Central Coast and Sydney. So, that's very important for us, and to try and back up the performance from Friday, particularly defensively. We were happy with a few things that we've been working very hard on for a long time, and it was nice to see them come out there. And some people were like, it wasn't the prettiest performance, but ultimately, defensively, it was very good, and they're the kind of things we've been looking for. So if we can replicate those, I think we'll go a long way to giving Central Coast some dramas.
You've been able to name a bit more of a settled lineup in recent weeks. There's been the odd injury, odd absence, but is it a bit easier now that you've got 10 or 11, 10, 9 of your first choice players?
Yes, definitely. And there's a few more coming back as well. So Cassidy's not too far away, which is really nice. Palmer's come in, done a good job. So then obviously having Susan come back last week was, I think, a massive boost for everybody. And then we obviously saw her quality once she came on the pitch, and her first couple of touches she lit the pitch up, which was great for her on a personal level, but also great for the team as a whole. So that was awesome.
What are you expecting from Central Coast, particularly given the earlier game against them this season, where you were probably good for a point and unfortunately lost late?
They're a very resolute team. They're well organised. They're pretty tactically aware. They're a tough team. They've lost 3 in a row, but if you look at the nature of how they've lost them, they've been in the game for a long period. And they've been tough games. Adelaide away is a tough game. And I think, for Central Coast, I think, the focus for them is obviously they're still in the 6, so the 3 points is huge for them. So the focus is just getting back on the horse for them, I suppose. But it'll be a tough game. So what I'm expecting is a tight game, a hard-fought game. I think we've really got to be ready for the level of effort that's going to be required to go there and bring home 3 points.
Stephen, you described Emily Husband as your coaching nemesis previously. Are you looking forward to another head-to-head with her this weekend?
Well, I had to pick one because, she's from New South Wales. It's probably the only coach I've really had any consistent sort of matches against. So I picked her for that particular reason. Emily and I have come up against each other quite a few times in NPL, and they've been good games. They've been tight games. She knows me pretty well. I know her pretty well, and I think it'll probably hopefully show that on Friday.
What do you have to do to get the 3 points there? Where's their game essentially, do you think, going to be won and lost?
We've got to score goals.
More than them, ideally, yeah.
Yeah, I think we've got to go out there and not be shy. We've got to go out there and attack, and I think that's when we look our best. When we're on the front foot and we look confident in our attack is when we look good, and we put the other team on the back foot. That's what we did to Western on Friday, and they obviously wrestled back some ascendancy, but ultimately I think our start really laid the platform for us. And if you look at all the games that we have won this season, that's been a constant theme. So that's what we need to go out there and do. We need to not be afraid of the occasion of the game, if you will, but we just got to go out there and play a positive style, get in their face, and let them know that we're there to compete and take 3 points home.
As Ben mentioned, things easing slightly, touch wood, on the injury front. 1 or 2 selection headaches? Good selection headaches this week?
Yeah, there's probably some good problems there I haven't had the luxury of having this season. So, a few people have mentioned to me this week, welcome to the A-League for real this time. So, look, I only see it as a positive, and hopefully the players see it as a positive. That's how the standard of the group's going to lift overall. So yeah, it's good, but we're also looking for a level of continuity as well.